Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. The perfect undulating prison for you to spend eternity. An irritating yet familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked. You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distinct lack of natural light. Oh, there's someone over here, look! You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. That comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. We have words. Nima, is that you? Is it me? Words in your brain can be combined to unlock new words. Who is Nima? Am I Nima? Just tell her whatever she wants to hear. Nima, stranger, mom. All words are stored in your library after they're unlocked. When you're done, words can be dragged from your brain down to your mouth to unlock new dialogue options. Mom? What's going on? Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You are Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God. I thought I'd lost you. She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just short of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She pauses. Lost me? Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first. You must be starving. Mom exits the basement, excitedly clambering her way up the stairs. I hope she trips and cracks her skull. Thanks, Mom. Hi, Mom! What are you feeding me? A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, is masked by overwhelming amounts of soy sauce. Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. Mom unties your hands but leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small, dull spoon in your now free hand. She's even uglier up close. Okay, Nima, before you eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now. Can you untie me? You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Just follow her rules and then we'll be great. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? You look at the bowl of food and then back up at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces in your binds. Alright, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think of how these items make you feel, if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes the bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. What does this kanji make you think of? You can start to eat while we talk if you like. Disgust? Okay, I can't drag this to my mouth. You hesitate, looking down at the bowl and back to her. Although she claims there are no wrong answers, you know that is not true. She is looking for a specific response. Try connecting ideas in your mind and see where those trains of thought lead you. Tell me what you're thinking about. Ew. Despite every fiber of your being screaming at you not to, you bravely force a single spoon of piping hot kanji down your throat. Overwhelmed by the pungent taste of Mom's unconventional mythology of cooking, you spit it back out. Better to starve to death than endure another mouthful of this overseasoned nightmare. Unsurprisingly, Mom looks away in shame and apologizes for the culinary travesty before you. Guess my cooking hasn't improved then. I'm sorry, Mom, I can't eat this. Well, you have to eat something. Can we order takeout? She cringes. The notion of spending money on greasy fast food when there is perfectly fine kanji at home seems to cause her physical anguish. You know what? I have some Burgess bourgeoisie burger coupons upstairs. I've been saving them for a special occasion. To be determined if she'll remember to actually do this. Huh, she's going to feed us, right? You yawn the bowl of congee certainly chased away your appetite. Now you'd prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep. Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. How much of the accident do you remember? You shake your head. Some things just come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. You were swimming. You hit your head. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down to your spine. Ow. Likely story. A memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a sharp knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. You recoil away from her. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow, the real tests will begin. You pass those and you're free to leave the basement, and everything can return to normal. How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything? I suppose it's only fair if you have a chance to ask me some questions in return. There's a shuddering pain racking your brain. You're almost spent for the day. Choose your next words carefully. Mom, swimming, grief. Mom, stranger, Nima, pain, grief, pain and pain is mom. Grief, Nima, dad. Hungry, pain, starvation, disgust, indulgence. Mom, indulgence, science. Science, dad, scientist. Pain, scientist, indulge, okay, knowledge. Knowledge and Kanji, mom, hungry. Mom, oh, hungry, indulgence. Scientist, knowledge, pain, scientist, pain. Dad, pain, grief. Interesting. Lonely. I kind of want to say lonely. Blood, rock. Paleontologist. Blood scientist? Monster! Mom, there's a monster inside of me. Hubris. Interesting. God? Whoa. It's crazy that we can make all these words, but I just like have them. It reminds me of this, it's a really old game now, but you're like basically just playing God. You're combining stuff, you're making things happen. Discuss. The hell will I do with a paleontologist? Okay. Monster, disgust, self-loathe. Swim team? Interesting. Where's Nima with self-loathe? What do you want to know about Dad? Where is Dad? Swim team. Let's do it. Where's Dad? Where's Dad? Your mother looks down in her hands. Dad's not here. What do you remember about him? You search your mind for anything that you can recall about your father. The memory that returns isn't an event or a story, but a smell. He smells like fish. Your mom's stony face cracks into a smile, then she laughs. Yeah, he did. Your eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Anything else you want to ask me about? Can I say self-love? Fish. Do I like fish? Who knows? I'm so intrigued by this swim. You hurt me! Lonely, pain, sad. Swim team sad? Tears, crying. Torture! Did you torture me, Mom? Monster. Isolation, basement. You scared me! Oh. Alright, let's go back to the isolation. I like that topic. Interesting. Why is it glowing? Experiment. Mom, am I trapped? Oh my. Isolation, huh? Torture, basement trapped. Isolation, sad? Depression. Am I depressed? Let's see. Oh, why did I give myself another fish? Fish tank. Do I like fish? The world may never know. Trapped. Fish tank. Neglect? Mom, did you neglect me? Nima. Hubris monster. Experiment. Corpse. Did I die? Ooh. Ooh, I'm torn. I want to ask her so many questions, but I want to ask about her. Are you okay, Mom? She looks surprised and then looks down at her cardigan. Do I not look okay? You look like you stopped taking care of yourself a long time ago. You try to smile warmly at her. I was worried about you. But it's all okay now. Just need to run these tests. How about afterwards we spend the last week of summer break heading down to Radium? A nice hot spring trip will do us some good. Sure. Can I help you somehow? Just focus on getting better. You yawn and your mother takes notice. Nima, sweetie, don't you think it's time to go to bed? I just have one more question. Okay, what do you want to ask? Ooh, I don't know! What do I want to ask? Ooh. Boredom. Mom, I'm bored. Am I a zombie, Mom? In fact, water? Filth. Home. I wonder why those two make home. No. What is Golden Field? Bully? Brown? Ruin? Parasite? I feel like we have a parasite inside of us and that's the other voice. Maybe we came back to life and are a zombie through the ability of that parasite. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Rot ruin. Did she maybe come home from work and I died while she was away? Well, no, because she had a knife or something. Maybe I got infected and then she brought me back. Work family. Happy. Mom, happy? Mom is only happy when she works. Bully schools. Works on me. Pride. Bully. Look at yourself. Can we be mean to her? Is she happy that she brought me back? Alright, so we probably have more days and it's not just the thingy, so I'm gonna try. Don't say that. I'm gonna try and ask her if she's happy we're okay. Or should I ask her if I'm a zombie? Pride work? Pride family. Oh shit. Pride. We don't go together. She doesn't love me. Pet. Something's missing. Interesting. Family. Corpse. Isolation. So lonely. So lonely. So lonely. Ooh, there's so many different routes that I can take this, but I feel like at some point I have to just do it. And maybe the more we talk, the more other words we'll get. So I'm gonna say, let's talk about, can I talk about me? No. Stolen? James Pond. Something's missing? James Pond? Who's James Pond? Alright, well this is the biggest enigma we got, so I'm gonna ask, isn't there something missing? There's this fish-shaped hole in your heart you can't explain. Or is it just a fish-shaped hole in my stomach? There's a lot missing, sweetie. We're going to put it back together again, okay? You nod. The pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of the plug. Your eyes cut to blindness, and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle your neurons. Mom hums a familiar song. A pair of tender arms bear the full weight of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress, tucked in routinely and without indulgence. Whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Her acts of mothership seem little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face, and once again the world goes dark. Do you think maybe we're like a random kid who was kidnapped by this person and what is that inside of us? Ugh, my head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it. Oh, was it always this lumpy? I wish I could be the powerhouse of the cell. Is it July already? It feels like it's been a million years. I used to chew on pencils. This is my special jar of wishes. Right now, I wish I could get out of here. The purpose in life? I wonder what my purpose is. This human looks strange. It's not a human. Tomato Boy is the coolest. I've read all of the comics. Penguin? Yeah, I wonder if they're ever jealous of birds in the sky. Save the whales. Though it is beautiful when a whale dies. They host an entire ecosystem. It's true. Look up a whale fall. I wish I could shrink down just to see how my dolls live. The world's best daughter. I wonder what sample size this was for. An old locker. I can't remember the password. It's a 4-letter word, is it? Pretend. Olive Boy. Oh, so maybe that's not how that works. Guilt. Because I thought the little blue line, maybe the little blue line was to indicate what we can ask her about. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Can we go back to my desk? Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes. I wonder if Mom had time to pick up groceries while I was gone. Doesn't seem like it. Help Mom file taxes. Mom was always so stressed about those. Dumb bass. Cute. Save the whales. I think that's it. The water has been sitting out here for a while. I wonder what's living inside it now. A lava lamp, hot to the touch. This is what my dad looked like, if I remember him. Wow, I was his child and I was her child. In this kingdom by the sea. A child's drawing. It vaguely resembles a koi fish. James Pond. Yeah, I'm presuming that's our dad. She spent a long time working on this one. No one even read it. This looks like what's in my brain. This book is about evolution. I wonder what will evolve into. Oh my god, not to toot my own horn, but a pretty strong swimmer. So there's no way I drown, right? These fish are trapped in a fake world. Understanding paleobiology. Helen Zhongwen 7. Even after all those years of studying, my Mandarin still sucks. I don't even know Mandarin. 101 dinosaur jokes that'll have your friends roaring. JP. How do dinosaurs pay their bills? With Tyrannosaurus checks. Cute. Tales from the Uncool Kid, Benson Breyer. This book used to be so relatable. Now I think he's a loser. Aw, I was not talented at art at all. Aw, should I knock for Mom? No. Alright. Ooh, event. Trapped outside. I wonder what it's out there. I don't know. The bathroom is locked. But what if I need to? Probably won't have to, because I don't think you're alive anymore, bud. Let's see. Alright, let's see. What 4-letter words do we have? Nima. I Nima. It's probably from or fish. dad's name if he's dead? No. It's Pond, maybe? Okay, alright. Alright. Oh. E-O-N-D. I got in! Whoa, it opened! Okay, great. Pomegranate Prince. This guy is ultra rare. Gotta keep him locked up. Is this my boyfriend, or did I just imagine he was? It looks fan autograph. Do not trust the woman. Kill her! Who wrote over my diary? I think I might be a bad person. If you're a something and you dig his, please. Oh, anti something. So long, but I know that. I don't know. You can see the prince behind. By the way, I'm so sorry, Pearl. Nice box, thanks. Today was just another plain, boring day. Went to school, came home, made dinner, and cleaned the house. I know that I should be used to this by now, but it still feels unfair. All Mom does is fucking work. I don't even think I've seen her leave the basement this week. I get that her work is important, but I just wish that she would at least look at me. I don't even think she... I don't know. As if she notices something. Old something. She wouldn't even notice if I went missing. Anyway, I've been trying these pills that Pearl gave me. Of course, Mom doesn't know about it, but every time I try to bring it up to her, she tells me we'll talk later. So yeah, I talked to Pearl instead. What, antidepressants or something? I also know what with something really have the something that's something like even really? So might have reached into Pearl's purse and grabbed her wallet when she wasn't looking. I feel really something, but Pearl always says I'm like a granddaughter to her and that she would do anything for me, anything. So maybe it's not that bad. Bug corpse. It doesn't seem that bad. I think he's faking it, brother. Okay. All right, let's not call for Mom. We gotta figure some stuff out here. That's scary. Mom, Nima, brief pain. Mom, corpse, science, forgotten life, bug, ghost, forgotten ghost, bug. Hungry bug. So we definitely shouldn't trust Mom, but I have a feeling whatever is inside of us is something that Mom put inside of us. Probably whatever she's been working on in the basement. Should I knock for Mom? Let's go. Are you awake? Yes. You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held nearly closed. She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up. The bathroom door was locked. Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment. Shit. She pounds her head with the palm of her hand. She gestures for you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom. Quick, lock her in. You hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns quickly and efficiently. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs, and a staccato of thumps and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her. She's not buying it. She returns, trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand, she carries a large tote bag, bulging with concealed items. All right. She comes down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Good morning, Nima. Good morning. Don't forget to call her Mom. Did you sleep well, Mom? No. Disgusting. She is wearing the same clothes from yesterday. She looks disheveled. It's unclear if she slept at all. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable and you seem to have made a full recovery. Yes, I'm feeling well. Good. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that response. How was your sleep? Any interruptions or strange dreams? lie to her. Nope. She flips her notebook closed and the fake smile returns into a real one. You're going to do better today, right? Today is going to be a little different from yesterday. With me, I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me? Yes. Wow! She places a plushie of a shark upon the table in front of you. For some reason, it invokes unfamiliar feelings within. Plush, shark, nostalgia, sorrow, and most intriguingly, love. Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Happy. Aww. Dad happy? Aquarium joke plush. Fish plush, shark? Body. No. Shark. Fried. No. Shark food. Shark aquarium? No, I want a shark aquarium. I have too many words. Old friend. Forgotten. Curious, what could be, is it a sleep? Joke? Make a shark joke. Predator, run! Can I save? Ooh. Man, I want to do that because it's so interesting. I'm tougher. He belongs in bed. Isolation. There when I'm lonely. Let's do it because that's interesting. He's always there for me when I'm lonely. And how often are you lonely? You shrug. You know, She writes something in her notebook. Okay. Happy? Aw, he's so cute. Can I have him? It's already yours, Nima. Yay! Tougher? Or faster? Corpse? Why is he dead? Oh, I want to do that book. Hey, why are sharks banned from casinos? Card shark. Because they're card sharks. Cute. Let's try this. It's very interesting. I seem to be super interested in aquatic life, probably because of my mom, just based on my room. That's a great white shark, the apex predator of the deep. Did you know that they can have up to 300 teeth and reach 6 meters in length? I'm serious. Mom lets out a tired sigh. Yes, Nima, I know. Did you also know that as a species, some sharks have been dated to have existed 450 million years ago? Imagine being 450 million years old! Nerd. Honey, maybe it's better to focus on how it makes you feel. Oh, okay. My bad. Grief. Tears up, tears up! You are overwhelmed by the fading memories of your father. Every day you find it more difficult to remember his face. This is the toy that he bought you before he died, a memento. Emotions swell in your abdominal membrane. A river overflowing with love ends at your eyes and you collapse in a waterfall of grief. Here comes the waterworks. Nima? Dear, what's wrong? I just miss Dad so much. I miss my old life. I miss the city. I miss our yearly trips to the aquarium. And I miss having a proper family. For the first time, your mother does not hesitate to approach you, squeezing you so hard you might explode. I'm so sorry, Nima. And you squeeze her back. I wish we never moved to this stupid town. A life filled with potential squandered by a freak accident. Who knows where you would be now if he was still alive? Your father loved you more than anything, but he's never coming back. You're all I have left, and we need to stick together for his sake. Okay, Nima, let's move on to something else. She pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed onto its surface. There is a prismatic glow to the rock, an opalized skeleton frozen in time and then cracked open like an egg. Mother hesitates. That's what's inside my brain! Oh my gosh! Unsure if she should show you this thing, she places it on the table and pushes it towards you. What does this remind you of? How does a koi fare? Feeling of weight. Feels familiar. Predator? We can't predator here. Stomach grumble. Aquarium. This would look nice. Your work. Interesting. You have a memory of being at the top of the stairs to the basement, peeking down at your mother while she toiled away down there in her lab. She was looking at this rock, spending all of her time with it as if it had enchanted her. She wouldn't let you see what she was working on. Every time you interrupted, she'd tell you firmly to leave. This is the topic of her next research study, a study she has been working on night and day for most of the summer. You spent the whole summer with that fossil. Time got away from me. Memories are all tinged with loneliness and guilt. Your mother had called you her lab assistant, but all you did to help her was cook and clean. Back then you told yourself you did all that work for love, but now you can't help but feel indignant. Kind of a waste of time, sitting down there in the dark while the summer passes. You touched a nerve with that. She reacts by balling her fists. A steel veil crosses over her eyes. You spoiled brat. You can play and do nothing all summer. Maybe to you this looks like I'm wasting my time, but all this work I've done so we can fix our family. You shouldn't have said that. Why not? It's the truth. Play? You didn't let me go outside. I felt like I was in prison. You had to learn your lesson. What lesson? You really shouldn't have said that. I don't think we should continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. She speaks as if she's reminding herself who you are, but the tone is clearly suggesting that you begin to wander off the script she set out for you. What lesson, Mom? Don't get all righteous with me as if it's my fault we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment in jeopardy. I was ready to forgive you, for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you're too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it. It's time for bed. Your mother grits her teeth to hold herself back from speaking further. Roughly, she picks you up by your arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold of the door and then quickly closes the door up behind you. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimulus as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. You messed up, pushed her buttons too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want for nothing else but the comfort of the bed. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle, and your arms push against a series of tight ropes that bind you still. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Your mother enters the room, wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. You awake? I didn't use enough anesthesia. You try to scream, but you discover your mouth is gagged. That's fine. You won't need it. She leans over you, placing her knee on your stomach to pin you and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. She begins to caress your cheek, lobotomizing me in the process. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly. But that's okay. Mom, no! There's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out into the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly it's dark. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. You spend an eternity in this darkness until a familiar voice. Nima, is that you? Wow. So this is just a demo for an upcoming game, obviously called I Nima. This game has a lot of mystery around it. I love the kind of word bank that we have. I love combining all of these different words, different dialogue options. I feel like just the demo alone has tons of replayability. So you can ask your mom questions, figure out maybe different endings. I'm hoping there are multiple endings in the full game when it releases. We will definitely be playing this on the channel. The art style is fantastic. The sound design is so good. It feels homely in the environments, but there's obviously something just so wrong as we move scene to scene, as we interact with our mother. There's so many different options here. I feel like anyone playing the game can be inspired by their personality and to different ends be inspired to choose different topics, to get different answers, to get more words, to combine further and further and further. This is a great demo. Mom is so spooky. She's clearly done something crazy with this fossil, this parasite. I think that's who's talking to us. I think the game is trying to say, oh, it's just your mind, it's just another voice, it's your subconsciousness. But what if it's actually the parasite? We did have that as a word that popped up, so I'm presuming the game has something to do with that. Mom found something, she's experimenting. Maybe whatever it is what holds our separate halves of brain or our brain together when she resets us. Thoughts and feelings are crazy here. It's very dark and sad, and as someone who has gone through familial abuse, it is really heart-aching because I can't help but compare it to real life situations and scenarios. But I think the art style, I think the UI design, and how we're forced and locked into these rooms really helps restrain it down to just the scenario, just our mom figuring out the pieces, the puzzles. So the horror of your mom doing this to you kind of ebbs and flows between the scenes where she's actively talking about it and being horrible, and when we're just trying to figure stuff out. It doesn't constantly feel like this emotional weight bearing down on me, and I really need that for a game like this that has such a heavy topic of family abuse and confinement and being trapped. So I feel like it's, being handled with tact, and it's not just being used to say crazy people are crazy. This is a really good example of doing mental illness and these really dark tropes super well, I think. Anyway, yeah, I am so looking forward to the full game. It's gonna be great. I think even if I don't end up liking the ending, just the gameplay itself, combining words, figuring out dialogue options, that is so exciting, so intriguing. I'm so sad that we only have a demo right now, so expect it on the channel as soon as it comes up. I'm so excited to play. If you would like to play yourself, the Steam link is down below. The demo page is different from the actual game page, so you'll want to wishlist one if you want to stay up to date with when it releases, and then the demo is just its own page. But yeah, check out the links. That's all we got today. See you in the next video. Bye!